Korean entertainment world is once again rocked by shocking news. The internal conflict between HYBE and Park Jimin, one of the BTS members, is said to be getting hotter and stealing public attention. Rumors circulated that there were tensions in management, especially regarding Jimin's career direction after BTS enlisted. In the midst of speculation, Jungkook's figure finally opened his voice. His remarks immediately made ARMY, as BTS fans are called, surprised and moved. The beginning of conflict, Jimin and pressure from HYBE. This conflict stems from issues surrounding differences in views between Jimin and HYBE regarding solo projects, promotional contracts, to artistic freedom. As an artist who is known as a perfectionist, Jimin often wants full control over the music, choreography, and stage concept. However, it is reported that the agency has different plans that emphasize the commercial aspect more. Some Korean media even mentioned that Jimin felt unheard. He wanted to express the emotional and personal side of his solo work, while HYBE leaned more towards music that was considered more saleable in the global market. This tension later developed into rumors of a dispute involving the production team up to top management. The ARMY is beginning to worry. News of this conflict quickly spread in the ARMY community. Many fans were worried, especially considering that Jimin is known as a gentle figure and rarely shows his emotional side in public. Hashtags such as #ProtectJimin and #HYBEBetterTreatJimin have even been trending on social media, showing huge support from fans around the world. ARMY considered that Jimin should be given the freedom to work according to his vision. They believe that one of the strengths of BTS lies in the authenticity and freedom of each member in expressing themselves. Jungkook. In the midst of this commotion, Jungkook finally opened his voice. As the youngest member of BTS who is known to be very close to Jimin, he does not stay silent to see his best friend's name in the public spotlight. In a short live broadcast on the Weverse platform, Jungkook delivered his message carefully but firmly. "I know a lot of people talk about things that are not clear. All I can say, Jimin Hyung is a person who always works hard, even harder than anyone I know. He deserves support, not pressure," said Jungkook. The simple words immediately shook the ARMY. Thousands of comments flooded the live column. Many fans were moved to tears as Jungkook bravely stood up for his best friend, despite the sensitive situation. ARMY attitude, emotions peaked. Shortly after Jungkook's statement, the #WeStandWithJimin was trending on Twitter/X. Fans expressed pride in Jungkook, who always faithfully stood up to defend his groupmates. One of the comments fans wrote, "Jungkook was always there when Jimin needed him. Their relationship is more than just colleagues. They're family." Others added, "If even Jungkook feels that Jimin is being pressured, then the rumors of this conflict are true. There should be introspection." Jungkook and Jimin's relationship, more than just members. Jungkook and Jimin's relationship is special. Since the trainee days, the two are known to be very close. The older Jimin often plays the role of hyung, who supports Jungkook, while Jungkook always shows respect and affection for Jimin. Their closeness is increasingly evident in various moments, from concerts, variety shows, to simple interactions behind the stage. Not surprisingly, when the news of this conflict emerged, many were waiting for Jungkook's attitude. And apparently, that support came in a way that made fans even more convinced of the strength of their brotherhood. HYBE response, brief but raises questions. After Jungkook's remarks went viral, HYBE's party finally gave a brief statement. Through an official spokesperson, they mentioned, "There is no personal conflict that needs to be exaggerated. Jimin is currently preparing his solo work, and the whole team supports the creative process." However, the statement actually raises more questions. Fans judge HYBE as if trying to muffle the issue without providing detailed clarification. Many suspect that the company is trying to maintain its image, considering BTS is their biggest asset. Industry watchers speak up. Some observers of the Korean entertainment industry also gave their views. They mentioned that conflicts between artists and agencies are not new. Many great artists eventually choose to leave the agency because of differences in vision. However, because BTS is a global group with great influence, the slightest issue can be enlarged and have a wide impact. An analyst called, "If HYBE can't maintain a good relationship with BTS members, especially Jimin, the impact could be huge." International fans are very vocal, and they have the power to influence a company's reputation. What's next for Jimin and BTS? In the midst of all these rumors, ARMY only hopes for one thing: that Jimin can work freely without feeling pressured. Many fans believe that Jimin has tremendous potential in music, dance, and visual arts. Given space, his work could become a new icon in the global industry. Meanwhile, Jungkook's statement is considered a sign that the BTS members are supporting each other despite facing difficulties. This attitude further strengthened BTS's image not only as a music group, but also as an unshakable family. ARMY continues to wait. Fans are still waiting for the next step. Will HYBE give a more detailed explanation? Will Jimin speak directly to the public? Or will Jungkook and the other members go further? All those questions are still hanging. But one thing is certain: the ARMY has united to support Jimin. Such strong support from fans is believed to provide positive energy for Jimin to keep going whatever happens behind the scenes. Jimin chose silence, the public wondered. In the midst of many conversations, Jimin actually chose not to directly give a statement. His silence raised a big question mark. For some fans, this attitude is considered wise because Jimin does not want to aggravate the atmosphere. However, there were also those who considered that Jimin's silence seemed to confirm the existence of something wrong in HYBE's body. Shortly thereafter, several pieces of video from Jimin's interaction with fans during fan meeting or live streaming began to be twisted by certain people. Some interpreted Jimin's facial expression to look sad and tired, as if to justify the issue that he was in conflict with the agency. He remains silent. Fans hope for clarification. Interestingly, even though Jungkook had given an unofficial explanation, HYBE still chose to remain silent without providing additional statements. This raises both pros and cons. There were fans who felt the agency's reticence was enough because Jungkook's statement was considered representative. However, there are also those who urge HYBE to provide official clarification so that this issue does not continue to be used by irresponsible parties. Jimin finally gives a positive signal. After the furor of Jungkook's statement, Jimin was finally seen showing up at the airport on his way to an international event. Despite not saying much, he looks cheerful, friendly, greets reporters, and smiles warmly at fans. This attitude seemed to be a signal that he was fine and not bothered by the rumors. Some fans even captured the moment Jimin waved his hand as he quietly said, "Don't worry," which made ARMY even more convinced that rumors of a conflict with HYBE were just hearsay. Closing, the unshakable Brotherhood. This case may add a new chapter in BTS's journey. However, behind the tension we can see an important thing: the strength of Brotherhood. Jungkook standing up for Jimin is clear proof that their bond goes far beyond the music industry. ARMY was again reminded that BTS is not just an idol group, but a family that supports each other in joy and sorrow. And in the midst of this storm of conflict, Jungkook's words will always ring in the hearts of fans. Jimin Hyung deserves support, not pressure. The speech was not only a defense, but also a reminder to everyone that behind the glitter of the stage, there are people with hearts, struggles, and wounds that are not always visible.